Hello, YouTube. VidHead85 here, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about an interview that I saw with Janet Mock, a transgender activist, and Isis from America's Next Top Model. There are a lot of individuals who have the Trans 101 conversation, and it's just, how did it feel like going through your surgery? What did you, blah blah blah. And honestly, it's very just okay. A lot of people ask this to these individuals because they were born you know in a male body, but their essence was female or is female, and they've never been a male. So why are we going over this again? But also the thing is, it was interesting that even with Don Lemon, he kind of got checked by Chaz and Chaz Bono when they did an interview and said, look, you have three, beautiful trans women over there, and we can get off of this trans 101. So I want to know something out there. If there are any trans individuals who are watching this, what kind of things do you think about? Like, we have a lot of individuals, we have a lot of tragic trans people in movies and on telly. And you know what? If anything, I want to see some really positive portrayals of not only just transgender individuals, but gay men of color too, and lesbians of color, and transgender individuals who are of color as well. Because if anything, though, when it really boils right down to it, there's a woman who was nominated to a federal court in California. There is a transgender individual in President Obama's cabinet, and I believe there's maybe three of them. But I know a transgender woman who was a police officer, a transgender woman who owns a family business. I know a transgender woman who is doing very well in a company, and she's been there for quite some time. And I would like to see more positive portrayals of trans men. And I would also like to see a bit more, trans men and women come together, because, men and women are different, yes. But we need to come together as gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer, and or questioning and allies. Because of the fact is that we are the LG, gay and lesbian, we're big enough. We're starting to get big enough now. But a lot of times transgender individuals feel lost in that identity with us, because we don't let it be known that they are there, and we don't let it be known that their fight is our fight too. And they're not big enough right now to have a referendum on their rights and battle back against some of those things. Just like there's a law in Tennessee that you cannot change the gender marker on your birth certificate. And there was a transgender woman who took off her top and she was arrested, but in order for them to arrest her, they had to recognize her as female. So, those are some of the things, like with Calpurnia Adams. How was it, being on television, having lived through your a really significant person in your life being killed because of their association with you, and how did you take that, and how was it in the aftermath, taking that and using it? What would you like? What would you like to tell other transgender individuals who may not realize they're transgender now? What are some things that you would like to impart to executives on television, and to show creators when they're creating a transgender character? I mean, I would like to see a transition unfold on the telly, to be honest with you, in a weekly show where they have a successful job and they're just like anyone else, but they're molding, their identity now, and they're becoming physically who they were here. I want to hear from trans men and trans women, especially, well, trans men especially, because I want to know some things, like, what are some things that you think about when it comes to the representation of the trans community? And I understand that there are a lot of gay people who are transphobic, and they can sit along. I have a link that I'll put below about that because I feel that they are as bad as those who would deny you your rights because you are transgender. Understand this gay man stands with you. You are my brothers and my sisters. You are my friends. The gay community, we may be, you know, dysfunctional, but we are a family. And transgender, allied, however, you are my family. Thank you very much for your time, and please respond. I want to see some video responses on this, especially from trans individuals. I want to see you out here. I want to know that you're out here because, especially trans men, because I don't see that very many of you. Good day, and I shall see you later.